Last Tuesday, I was on an important work call when I heard a scream from my boys' room. I rushed out thinking someone was seriously hurt, only to find my elder one angry and shrieking because his younger brother had touched his pencil. Not broken it, not taken it, just touched it. 10 minutes later, they were building a fort together, giggling like nothing happened. Hi, I am Rahila Tayyabi, a trauma-informed parenting coach and a mom of 2 boys who have taught me that sibling drama can go from zero to Bollywood movie in seconds flat. If you are tired of playing referee between your kids and wondering if they will ever actually like each other, this video will change everything. I am sharing why siblings fight, what works to reduce the chaos, and how to raise kids who may argue but will always have each other's back. So why do siblings fight? Here's what's happening in their little brains. And trust me, it's more complex than you think. Every child is born with 3 basic psychological needs: attention, fairness, and their unique identity. When there is more than one kid in the house, these needs start competing. And that's when the drama begins. Firstly, there is attention battle. Before your second child arrived, your first one got 100% of your attention. Every smile, every mama, every tiny achievement was celebrated. Suddenly, they're sharing you with someone who can't even hold their bottle, but somehow gets picked up every time they make a sound. From a child's perspective, attention equals love. So when they see you cuddling the baby or helping their sibling with homework, their brain interprets as, am I less important now? Then there is the fairness obsession. Kids have incredible radar for fairness. They will notice if one sibling got an extra biscuit or 2 minutes of extra screen time. This isn't being difficult. It's actually a survival instinct. In their minds, fairness means safety and love. Last, the identity struggle. Each child is trying to figure out who they are in the family. If one is labeled the smart one, the other might become the funny one or even the troublemaker. Anything to carve out their unique space. Researcher Judy Dunn spent years studying sibling relationships and discovered something fascinating. By 18 months, kids already show incredibly complex emotions towards siblings. They will protectively cover their sleeping baby brother with a blanket, then 10 minutes later, deliberately knock over his toy tower. It's not confusion, it's their developing brain learning to navigate love and competition simultaneously. In our culture, this gets even more layered because we often tell the older one, "Tu bada hai, tu samajhdar hai, tu adjust kar le beta." I know this sounds familiar. I lived this dynamic. As the elder sister, I got more responsibilities, more expectations, and definitely more scoldings when things went wrong. Meanwhile, my younger brother perfected the art of innocent smile that could get him out of any trouble. So what did my smart little brain decide? If I couldn't get attention for being good, I would get it the other way. I became the master of accidental pinch when no one was looking, the strategic tattletale, the one who would conveniently forget to share my favorite snack with him. Here's what I wish someone had told my parents back then. Rivalry is not misbehavior. It's not kids being naughty or difficult. It's their way of saying, I need to know I matter too. I need to know my place in this family is secure. When we understand this, everything changes. Instead of seeing fights as a problem to stop, we start seeing them as opportunities to meet deeper needs. Now, how do you know it's actual sibling rivalry and not just one child having a bad day or testing boundaries? These are the signs you should look for. Real sibling rivalry has a pattern. It's not a one-off accident. It's ongoing behavior that shows up again and again. Firstly, you will hear constant complaints, something that sound like, "Mama, he's not letting me play," or "She's looking at me." Yes, looking. Apparently, that's also a crime now. Teasing that hits below the belt, they know exactly which buttons to push. "You are such a baby," or calling each other names that make the other one cry. Then there is physical stuff, the accidental bumps, the strategic pushing, the mysterious bruises that nobody admits to causing. But here's the key. With rivalry, these behaviors spike when you are around. They are performing for an audience, you. Because remember, this is really about getting your attention and proving their place in the family. You know what sets it off? The triggers? Oh, where do I even start? Sharing anything, toy, snack, even the good chair at the dining table. I have seen kids fight over who gets to press the elevator button. Your attention is the biggest trigger. Who gets to sit next to you in the car? Who tells you about their day first? Who gets the longer bedtime story? But the worst trigger, comparison. Even the innocent ones. देखो भैया कितना समझदार है और why can't you be neat like your sister? Every time we compare, we are basically telling one child they are not enough as they are. And trust me, kids remember these comments forever. In our house, I learned this the hard way. I once said, how nicely your brother is eating, thinking it would motivate my picky eater. Instead, it triggered a meltdown, food throwing, and my oldest son refused to eat properly for days when my little one was there. That's when I realized most sibling rivalries boil down to unmet emotional needs. The fighting is just a symptom. So what actually helps? Okay, so now that we know why this happens and what it looks like, let's talk about what actually works. As both a coach and a mom who has been in the trenches, I can tell you, punishment doesn't fix sibling rivalry. It just drives it underground. Here are 3 strategies that can create a lasting change. Strategy number 1, coach, don't referee. When your kids come running with complaints, don't jump in to solve it. Instead of stop fighting, try this. I can see you're both upset. Can you tell your brother what you didn't like? This puts them in charge of solving their problems while you guide. Teach I feel language. Instead of he's being mean, teach them I feel upset when you take my toy without asking. One creates more conflict, the other creates understanding. Strategy 3, role play solutions. When things are calm, practice let's pretend your brother took your Lego. What could you say instead of screaming? Rehearse different scenarios. It's like training for real life. The Harvard Center on the Developing Child found that kids build better emotional control when they are taught how to resolve conflict. Not when we just make them say sorry or force a hug. The goal is not eliminating fighting. It's teaching them to fight fair and solve things themselves. When you see your kids working through disagreements using these tools, it's pure magic. Here's the thing. When your home feels fair, rivalry reduces automatically. You don't have to manage every single fight if you get the foundation right. Have these 3 non-negotiables. Equal emotional attention. This doesn't mean equal time. It means equal emotional investment. If one child needs more help with homework, make sure the other gets special one-on-one time too. Even 5 minutes of undivided attention can fill their emotional tank. Ditch the labels. No more he's the naughty one or he's the smart one. Label become prophecies. Kids live up to what we expect, good or bad. Create cooperation, not competition. Plan activities where they have to work together. Cooking, building Lego towers, making birthday cards for Nani. Something which involves both of them. Give them a shared mission instead of competing for your approval. Last week, my boys spent an entire afternoon building a surprise obstacle course for their dad. 0 fights. Why? Because they had a common goal that was bigger than their individual wants. The secret is not eliminating competition, it's channeling it in the right direction. Here's what I want you to remember. Siblings are not just roommates sharing a house. They are each other's first conflict coaches, play partners, and memory makers. A study from the University of Illinois followed siblings for over 20 years and found something incredible. Children who had warm sibling relationships, even if they fought regularly, showed significantly lower rates of anxiety and depression as adults. The researchers discovered that siblings who learned to navigate conflict together developed what they called emotional resilience muscles. They were better at handling stress, more empathetic in relationships, and had stronger problem-solving skills. But here is the key. It wasn't the siblings who never fought who had these benefits. It was the ones who fought and made up, who learned to repair relationships after conflict. Think about it. Where else will your kid get to practice these real-life skills in a completely safe space? Through sibling relationships, they learn how to solve disagreements, how to respect their own and each other's boundaries, and that everything won't always go their way. And that's perfectly okay. So when they are fighting over who chooses the movie or who gets the blue spoon, Remember, you are not just avoiding a meltdown, you are teaching life skills they will use in friendships, at work, in their own family someday. Just yesterday, I watched my boys have a heated argument about whose turn it was on the swing. 5 minutes later, they were taking turns, pushing each other, laughing hysterically. That's sibling magic right there. The rivalry you're managing today is building the resilience they'll carry forever. And honestly, that's pretty amazing. So next time they fight, don't panic. Pause, guide, teach. Remember, rivalry is just a classroom and your home is the safest space for them to practice love, fairness and teamwork. If this video helped you see sibling fights in a new light, hit that thumbs up button. Share it with another parent who is in the trenches with you. We all need this reminder sometimes. And I'm dying to know, drop a comment and tell me the funniest or most ridiculous fight your kids have ever had. Trust me, we all have been there. And if you want more brain-based parenting tips that work in Indian homes, hit that subscribe button for weekly videos.